So you're
No, no, but
wait. So you're saying that acetate covers, and no matter how many staples there are in the book, it's still a real comic book, and people should stop complaining? That's what you said to me?
I mean, when you think about it, the the object, it's still real. If you want to go philosophical with it, what is reality? You
Oh,
know? But if you want to go like put it in ground level, not going too deep, just in the surface. We don't need to swim very deep. It's still a real comic. Maybe it doesn't have the value people want it to have,
yeah.
but
It's still a
oh,
thing.
speaking of value, uh, I just yesterday I found out that there was a misprint on an issue of a new #1 from Scout Comics.
Hmm?
Asa and whatever, I don't remember the name. Asa, ACZA, by Pat Shand and Rio Burton. And the text was missing on like 12 pages of the book. And people thought it was a wordless part of the comic, and it wasn't. So that's a collector's item now.
Is it?
I mean, it is. Scout's going to do another print with the complete dialogue and such. So that whole run is it's going to become something that shouldn't have happened.
Hmm.
So it's kind of a collector's item.
Yeah, I guess I don't know if I've ever viewed those errors as something collectible. Like I was looking at this yesterday. I got all these Spider-Man comics. Let's see if I can find the one I was talking about. I
You
probably can.
are you still trying to find your bearings in your new habitat?
I am, and we will discuss new habitats in a moment. But since you brought it up, there is this Web of Spider-Man book. It's got a like a maroon cover, but
Yeah.
they're ever printed with this thing here, and it didn't have the hologram. Oddly enough, that book is multi hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on eBay. And that's just one of those things I can't see. I can't see. But
You don't need to see it. It's the market. The market sees it. And when do you become a fan of ISIS and dislike capitalism?
God damn you, Ignacio. Let me talk out my ass for a minute. Oh, okay. I get to the line. Hi guys.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, you know what? And I think trying to catch you off guard works better in like Tom and Bert's case when I try to paint you as like a racist, but it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
No,
I'm not going to paint you as racist. That's not it.
you can
Um,
try.
no, that's not just the vibe I'm going with. But I guess we'll hit the intro. We'll be all proper and whatnot, and yeah, we'll get to it.
Let's do it.
How you doing? Yeah! Yeah! Happened with these, and I do not know what the grade is yet, so we are going to find out together. Most likely a 9.8, but man, fingers crossed that it hits one of those higher numbers as well. So let's see. You get to see before I do. Let's see. Oh, yes! Yes! Oh my God! Yes! Yes!
You about to get plugged, dude.
Since we have Remy in the intro, of course, as well we should. We also have Remy in the chat. Let's talk about what's going on tonight on Remy Q's channel in about 8 hours.
So I've been invited to a studio tour of Remy Q Studios.
Oh.
So I'm gonna be there in the show they call Let's Talk About It. So we're gonna talk about it. Don't know what we're gonna talk about, but I'm hoping maybe some Tootsie talk, or something like that. Oh God. Tyler is gonna flip his shit.
This is where this whole comic book community has crept into my life. And even when people are not around, they still influence the way I'm getting dressed today. And I'm like, you know what? My feet are a little bit cold. Let me put socks and shoes on. And then I hear
Yeah.
Tyler's voice in my head going, who? Like, who?
No, wait.
Socks and sneakers in their house.
Let me give you some direction to get to the point. What did I do? You start with something you know how it sounds, and then you go from there. What did I do?
I'm sorry, I'm just too much of a man to have a voice like that. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, Nick.
Speaking of men, let's say hello.
No, let me ask you something.
Okay.
Did you ever thought you were going to show your feet to the camera for someone else to see?
My feet? No.
Yeah, okay.
Just-
Pushing the envelope.
Yeah, let me bring the mic a little closer, and I'll just say, let's just leave it at that. All right. So as usual, James, hello.
James.
My soon-to-be fellow
Coco.
once again. Hey, if you guys don't know, Coco's got a lot of great books on sale. Hit him up. He's accepting all reasonable offers, so hit him up.
Mark.
Let's rock. I don't know what time this guy gets up in the morning, but if I get up early, I know he's already up, watch TV, and just.
I don't think Mark ever sleeps.
That's weird. And he's
Or maybe he has a legion of clones.
Maybe. Never contemplated that before. But he never seems to be cranky either. Like if I don't sleep, I'm cranky, but
Oh,
maybe I'm just old too.
maybe.
Kicker Jim.
Jim.
Brian. Hello.
Brian, hello, sir.
Hey.
Hey, Marcus.
King
We got to get Marcus in here whenever he can.
Yeah, that'd be good. Hey, Marcus, so there you go. The gauntlet has been thrown. You pick a topic, and we will discuss it here at your earliest convenience, sir.
Yeah, it might need to be a holiday, but
Yeah.
Agro, what is reality? What's life? Remy, again, hello.
Love that guy. Who else? Oh, Poke and Joseph.
Hey, Joe.
The Legends.
Freaky Louie.
I'm very happy to have picked up some amazing Spider-Man comics this week, and my boy got his Louis variant with his personalized letter to the editors in chief.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
ASM 797.
Oh, the legend. Another legend, Austin LeMay. Okay.
So many legends. Austin LeMay.
Oh, is he over Godfather? Yeah.
He is over Todd. No matter how much he wants to not admit it, Austin over Todd all day.
So you... Oh, DJ, hello.
What were you going to say?
I was going to make a crass comment about Austin topping Todd McFarlane.
Wow. We know.
That's a missed opportunity. Don't worry.
No. Yes.
Bobby.
Even though there's new habitat, there are always things within my arm's reach, which I appreciate, and that is one of them. Yes.
Trev.
My other fellow Texan. I have to check that out. And Louis likes, kind of like I like to do. He's always got the guerrilla style of going live and like, hey, yeah.
Yes.
Here I am. So, yeah, man, can't wait to wait. I feel alive when I trigger people.
Yeah, it shows.
And the jury is still out about this guy.
Well,
And this is another thing. Flo has crept into my real life. Not my comic book life. The baseball season is coming to a close, and fortunately enough for me, the Yankees will be closing out the season. The Yankees will be closing out the season in North Texas. And I bought tickets for the game. I'm going to be pulling Elijah out of school early, and we're going to head to
Nice.
the game. So I'm like, I'm going to see, and I never go to see baseball games other than the Yankees here. So I'm like, I wonder if Flo would approve because I'm going in my Brooklyn Dodgers shirt that says Brooklyn, or in my Yankees jersey, and I'm like, will Flo approve?
Spreading love, spreading love.
Will Flo approve? I'm worried about that guy's under the bottom line. Anyway,
So, new habitat.
new habitat. Oh,
How do you feel? God, tank.
it's weird, right? I like it. It's a lot more space, and when I move, you know,
We can almost see your tootsies.
almost.
Why? Why did you leave? Did I offend you in any way? What are you doing? Did you lost connection, maybe?
No, there's this button on top of my mouse. It's a back button. So,
Oh,
all right. So now,
many.
before we go ahead, yeah, I could care less what you think now, knowing this. I like it. It's a lot more space. It allows me to do a lot more things with the walls. It's a lot more usable space. But I feel disconnected from the rest of the house. The other place was in the office. The office was facing like the dining room table, the kitchen, the living room. I kind of felt connected when everybody's home. And here I'm kind of sequestered in the corner. I just have my Elijah's room right here and another bathroom. Yeah, so it's nice and it's kind of weird at the same time.
I wish I was in your situation. Because, hey, Dale, because one of my main desires for my next habitat, my next house, is that I have a place just like that, sequestered, away from everyone, away from everything, in which I can isolate myself and work without this being a common area. Because now I'm working in the living room. It's not used as a living room, it's used as my office, but it's right, it's a door from the outside, basically. So that's why you can hear the buses going through and whatever. And I kind of wish I was further away inside the house.
But you know what's funny? You said that. And aside from the noise factor, I would want to be able to see outside. And like, I'm on the side of the house, and if I were to open those blinds, I just see my neighbor's house.
Oh, okay.
And I guess being the city boy that I am,
You're kind of used to it.
No, there's no painted wood. This is a completely different area.
Maybe it's a green screen, Remy.
And
he took a page from your book.
These freaking guys get on me incessantly, and I'm like, I feel the need to prove it.
Oh, you know what? It's because you fall for it.
No, they just know how to get to me.
Yeah.
I forget where I was. Yeah, I guess being the city boy that I am, I kind of miss the traffic going by, but you have to accept the craziness that comes along with it.
Yeah, it was a whole process for me to get used to being to being close to the street, because all of my life I lived on places that you had to go through at least 2 doors to get to the street. Maybe it was an apartment, maybe it was a house with a hallway. But with this house, my workplace goes. It has a window to the street, and my room has a window to the street. And it was really hard at the beginning to get used to the amount of traffic this place has, even during the nights, because at least once per hour the bus goes through here.
Right.
And at first it woke me up, which was shit, of course.
Yeah, I've never had that issue, but that stems, and I'll get into it for in a quick second. But
White Shadow.
oh hell, thank you so much for another day on this, for allowing me to have another day on this planet. Really appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Let's get cheap to 1,000.
It's not far away.
Sorry, what? Nope.
It's not that far away. Growing up, I grew up in a place called the Bayview Projects in Brooklyn. And where I grew up was 5 or 6 miles from JFK Airport. So
Okay.
planes always flew past. So, and I never had problems sleeping. So I guess maybe that translates now. And now that you mention it, the other office faced the street, and I never had the window open. I never had the window open. But that also,
So you're bullshitting.
no, and that also because of the sun here in Texas is brutal. And with all the slabs and stuff on the wall, I want no sunlight to come in to ruin my stuff. So
Sounds fair.
sorry.
Oh, that escalated quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, but also, and I guess it wouldn't be this show if there wasn't a depressing aspect into it. Ever since I was young, I moved around a lot. So
Me too.
in moving around a lot, yeah, no, it's all first world problems here, baby. Well, first world problems here. Ever since I was 5 or 6 years old, it was constantly. I had one place that I was at for like 10 years. And then it was parental problems dragging me here, dragging me there. And it was just like my late teenage years, I must have moved probably 20 times.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, because it was just like, all right, we got to go tonight because there's this issue. We got to leave here now because we can't afford this place anymore. So for me, I kind of get antsy when I'm in one place too long because I guess I kind of wait for the other shoe to drop.
Yeah, I feel you. I thought my amount of moving was high, but yours is higher, man.
Oh, yeah. If I say 30 times, that's probably an accurate number. But hi,
Dude, hey, Kyle. Let me ask you something, because maybe that's just me, but the last couple of moves, I just kept my things inside the boxes. I never unpacked.
Sometimes it's easier that way, and that's really that's the whole sadness of it, where you don't feel like you're home anywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're a nomad, basically.
Yeah. So, and that kind of lifestyle kind of contributed. Like I've never. Even since being here in Texas, it was lived in my apartment. Like 9 months after that, I moved into the house with my wife, and then we lived there for 6 years. And then we moved to this house, and we've been here for like 6 years. 6 years, and I'm starting to get antsy again.
So you're feeling the need to move somewhere else? That's why you moved offices?
No, I moved offices because why did I move offices? Oh,
Because it was available.
We were thinking about redoing Elijah's room. Now that Elijah is in middle school, we kind of wanted to update his room and put new furniture in there. And I was like, maybe we'll move him into the spare bedroom, which is where I'm now. And I was like, well, maybe. Oh, we had the oldest one move off to college. So my hopes was he has a loft. There are no basements here in Texas, which I always, being a New York guy, that's what I always wanted, was a basement, my own literal man cave to be at.
Yeah.
But that's a no-go. The wife put the kibosh on that, and I would have loved that because that's. But also too, that's up a flight of stairs, and I'm like, nah, I don't want to do
You're
it.
getting old, Papi.
I am.
You don't need to be climbing stairs just because.
And not only that, because I don't count myself as fragile, but my dog is old. My dog is on her way to 17.
Oh shit.
So I don't want her to climb the chair. She likes to be close to me, so I like to be close to her. So I don't want to have to deal with that.
Well,
now, do we really want to compare, DJ?
yeah. Do you really want to go there, DJ?
Yeah,
I've seen some of your swag, man.
Yeah, we'll. See, I'm not that old though. God, see. But so it's just like, all right, since not, let me move into this place, which is, like I said, a little bit bigger. The wife also wanted that other room for whatever reason, so I was like, all right, I'll take it.
Let me ask you this, another question. For example, have you become like an expert on organizing a move? Because I have.
Well, what would you consider to be an expert?
I can prepare it and get it done really quick and very effectively.
Yeah, like I know what needs to be done. It's not a hassle for me to. If it was to say, all right, let's pack up and move, I would know what to do right then and there. It would take me all of 10 minutes to get a plan together.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Because there's people that doesn't know where to start, don't know where to start. My wife, for example, when we moved here, or even when she moved to the previous place where we weren't living together yet, I had to help her because she wouldn't know where to start, how to solve this, how to solve that. What do I do with all my clothes? Okay, do you have boxes? No. Do you have? Okay, let's throw all the clothes up the bed and yeah, there it is. It's a big bag. There you go.
Always got moving boxes on the ready, just in case. Yeah, and it was weird. I'll tell the story. I don't know if I've ever told the story of my move to Texas from New York.
I don't think so.
But,
I didn't even know you were a New Yorker, man.
Yeah, I mean, my accent and all, a lot of people will say, I've been a Texan all my life, but
yeah,
if you ask any Texan, they'll know I'm from a different place. So, yeah, I packed up. It was just me and the dog. I got a big moving truck, put all my boxes in it, all my furniture in it. I tasked 2 friends to help me. And within the first 20 miles, the truck broke down. The full moving truck broke down. All right. I had my car at the back. Yeah, see, so he's testing me, Ignacio. He's testing me. Yeah, so it was long enough where I planned everything out. I had 2 friends to help me. I bought them plane tickets back to New York. But the length of time it took me to get a new truck blew out the window for them to get to for them to help me move and to get them back on a plane. So
okay.
I left them both there, left them both in New York because it made no sense for them to come.
Yeah, that's it. Bye-bye.
Right. I drove 28 hours, just me and the dog in a big moving truck. And when I got here, I had to move 45 plus moving boxes by myself
Alone.
alone. But that's not the hard part because they're just boxes. I had to move my sectional sofa in
Oh,
by myself.
alone.
By myself, and I had to pay one of the rental agents to help me move one piece of furniture back into the house. So it wasn't fun. It wasn't fun. It just, I guess maybe it told me not to leave New York, but everything after that point kind of led me that I had to be here in Texas.
Well, maybe the city was telling you, oh, you want to go? I'm going to make it hard. You can still go, but it's going to cost you.
Yeah, I mean, with New York, it costs you to stay, it costs you to leave, and I think that's part of the whole thing. So
It's like a vampire city.
it'll take everything from you it can, if you let it. So let me...
It sounds really appealing, man.
He's testing me.
Well, there's only, I'm going to say this. Just look at the intro we have for our show, just a couple of seconds of him saying, you're about to get plugged, and check what he's wearing, what he has behind him, and that's it. And then you can go to his channel and then watch it all unfold from there.
Yeah, basically. I mean, honestly, and we've all seen A Bronx Tale. You've seen this movie, A Bronx Tale?
A Bronx Tale? Which one is that?
With Chaz Palminteri. It's like a young mobster guy. He falls in love with an African American girl. His father is Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
All right. So in that movie, it's said that you get three loves of your life. All right. This one just happened to be a dog. My dog, my little Suvi. It's my love. One of the great loves of my life. You know what I meant about sexual sofa, Joe. Come on.
Just Google it, Joe. There's a lot of these have sexual sofas. They have like a curvature for the body to. You have swings, you have chairs, saddles.
No, I don't think you have to explain to Joe. Joe is building to spec as we speak.
Spec as we speak.
Yeah, no, honestly, I was actually bigger weight-wise, muscularity-wise before I moved to Texas. I was pretty much the same weight, but I was like 15 body fat percentage points lower. So.
I don't even know what my body fat it is.
It's better that way.
Yeah, I think so. I kind of miss seeing my dick nowadays, but whatever. I already know it.
Listen, all I have to do is look back like this, and I can see. Well. And I think moving around, for those who haven't done it, you kind of get signals, or you kind of get feelings that it's time to go. I mean, and it doesn't have to only be your house where you live. It could be your job, it could be your relationship, it could be anything. So let me ask you, do you, aside from the obvious indicators, do you have anything out of the norm, or like a hidden, secretive kind of thing that tells you it's time to go? And it could be in any situation.
Well, if it gets really messy, if I've stopped caring about the place I live in, like if I have a leak in a faucet, for example, and I know how to fix it, and I don't fix it, it's because I don't want to be there anymore. For example, here we're renting this place, and there are some details that maybe in the past me and my wife were very attentive to keep it pristine, and we painted every year, and the walls were perfect. And now it's like, yeah, I don't want to put more money in this house. I want to leave.
Oh, yeah, and I think that's the difference between having a house and having an apartment. Like me, I grew up always in apartments. Now that I have a house, it's so much maintenance. Like to me, it's almost not worth it. I mean, I can understand the whole fact of, yeah, we have something, but every week it's something new.
Yeah, do we ever really have something? What is reality? Sorry, what?
Huh?
Is it worth it? Let me work it. Flip it and reverse it.
A Missy Elliott reference from Ignacio. Yeah, I mean, just for me, is like I've always wanted a pool, but it's like,
Yeah,
why bother it? People, my wife goes on and on. She's like, people who've had a pool always say that it's never worth the maintenance it goes into.
I can attest to that because we have an above ground pool. One of those that you put together and then dismantle every year. It's so much work. And I don't even use it
Yeah,
because if I had to be honest, maybe 3 times last summer, 3 times. And just because the baby was there and I wanted to be with the baby. The previous year, maybe I didn't. I mean, we live in a city with beaches and sea, and I don't go to the beach.
it's because you hate the sand.
I don't really hate the beach nor the sand. Maybe it's that when the weather is good enough to go to the beach, there's so many people there, and I hate people.
No, I get that. Yeah, and for me, like even the backyard, we're on like I think like a third of an acre, whatever measurement that works out to be. I don't know. Like for me, growing up in Brooklyn, I mean, if your neighbor's house was not literally, I could do this in Brooklyn, and it would literally hit my neighbor's house.
Yeah,
That's how close everything is. Here, it's definitely spaced out, which you would never have in Brooklyn. And if you did, it would cost you millions of dollars, kind of like DJ's house.
yeah.
But I don't need all that.
I see what you did there. Very good.
Just one quick strike. The backyard, we never ever use it, but I want to have it done. I want to have a nice backyard. I want a hot tub. I want a pool. I want a pergola. I want a deck. And it would literally cost me $150,000 to do that.
And why would you do that?
Why would I do that? But that's what you want. That's what you want in a house.
Yeah, it's not about what you want. It's about what you need. Do you really need a pergola, you fancy pants? No, you don't.
Listen, like I said, first of all, it's all first world problems. All right, I have a roof over my head. I don't have to. We're almost paid off here. I'm not struggling to pay the mortgage. So everything beyond that is gravy. We don't need anything. We have everything we want. We have all the necessity wise. We don't need anything. Everything now is what we want. All right. But for me, it's like my house, especially growing up the way I've grown up. I always thought the home place would be refuge. You want a house you never really want to
Dude, you should build a bunker on your backyard, a subterranean bunker.
You can't have basements here.
It's not a basement, it's a bunker. Remember the atomic scare?
Yes.
There was a bomb going to fall any minute there. Maybe now it's the same thing. You should be able to build your own bunker and store things.
But even then, who wants bunkers?
I can think of one person that's in the chat that would love to have a bunker and probably has one
Well,
under the chicken coop.
I'm not
fried
looking
chicken.
I'm not looking for apocalyptic scenarios, Ignacio. I'm looking for a rough day at work or a nice day where I just want to sit outside and read comic books or
Yeah, maybe a bathtub or a jacuzzi would work. I would think what would bring more joy to the family or the people that come here than build something like that. A pool? I don't think the pool brings joy.
But I always imagine, hanging out in the back with the kids, everybody coming back here, like my house being the house that everybody comes to hang out and have a good time. And mind you, I hate people also, so I don't want anybody to come over. I just want to be able. I want to do
put
this
a lot of pigs there. Build a pigsty.
I want to do this show from a pool. That's what I want to do.
Well, you can start with a shower like Remy, then move to a jacuzzi like those Twitch e-thoughts, and then go from there.
Okay. So let's segue from this topic to what would your ideal habitat be?
Oh, I always dream of having a circular house, like a tower. From the outside, maybe it's a square. I don't care. The outside, I don't care at all about the outside of the house.
Does this house happen to have a moat around it so you can't have people?
and there's a circular design to the house, and in the middle of the house, there's the living room with all the connecting doors to different parts of the house, and then those parts are also connected each other. Between themselves, but I would like a house in which I can have every person of the family can have their own space. They can be comfortable. You can have people over, but there's a place for that. Maybe everything has its place.
Perfectly balanced,
like all things should be. Yeah.
I'm sneaking here. Hello, Deuce.
Deuce.
Yeah.
And maybe get one of those pools like the one I have. Like you build it when you want to use it, then you dismantle it. Don't go doing that bullshit that they poke it when it's full and then let the whole water spill. That's bullshit. Yeah, that would be awesome.
Maybe.
Maybe. It wouldn't be a prison because if it's my house and I want to be there, then it's not a prison.
Or maybe it's the entire outside world that would be in a prison.
Yeah, the prison is in your mind.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Or the Ghostbusters station.
I don't know. For me, it's like I never thought not having a house that it was going to be this much work, this much money.
Yeah, imagine not having money. The way the disarray of the house.
Oh,
it would fall apart.
It's ridiculous. And now with like the cost of everything, it's just so expensive. So expensive. But
you have a house.
Yeah, I say that again is sitting in a house that's, close to being paid for in a nice neighborhood. And just
yeah, and it's not moving. You don't have to move anymore if you don't want to.
All right.
Now it's a choice. Unless your wife kicks you out and you are on the move again, but you can always kick her out. So there's that.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. And it's like I said, it's only my psychological damage that's keeping me No, I don't. I don't know how. First of all, I don't know how you do. I don't know who we are.
Maybe he's talking about rich people.
You're talking about the royal we? I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, purple is the royal color for
Yeah.
excellence.
Yes, yes.
So maybe he's talking about King DJ, Lord of the Underworld, Sex Dungeon. Who knows?
Yeah, no, that's not true either. I worry about
Money is always a problem.
always a problem.
Always. We have an episode, More Money, More Problems. You might want to check that out. I don't even remember what we talked about, but maybe money.
Maybe flying purple people eaters.
Oh, I remember that movie.
Come on, stop running. Yeah, for my
If you had all the money in the world, what would you do house-wise? Would you buy a new house and leave that one, or would you do things to that one?
okay, so there are times when, like, I like to play the lottery. All right, and when the lottery is super, half
To them high.
$500 million, I will actually fantasize and go on Zillow
There you go.
and check out the places that I want. What places would I buy? All right. I would actually still want to live here for the time being, not in this house in North Texas. Just because my son is here, he's firmly rooted in his education system. I don't want to do anything to disrupt that because I was disrupted when I was that age, and that was nothing. But it would definitely be in a bigger house, maybe. But I would need to have a separate building. Not
For comics.
It would have to have a regulation basketball court.
Okay.
It would have to have a pool. Maybe like a locker room, like a shower kind of thing. And what I always thought, and I think DJ would appreciate this, that I would buy every single sideshow statue, whatever, encase that in lucite and have that like a man cave.
Okay.
All right, but that building alone would probably be like $4 or $5 million.
You have the money. Don't worry.
Right. And then I would have an apartment in New York.
Oh, there you go.
But that alone too is like you can't say, hey, I'll buy a $5 million apartment, because apartments could be $150 million in New York City.
Shit, man.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
Well, what are we talking? Fifth Avenue, something like that?
Where I was looking, it's a place called Tribeca, which is not too far from the Brooklyn Bridge, where Robert De Niro stays. A lot of stars. It's very artsy fartsy. I happened to work there when I was young. Yeah, somewhere around there, because it's
$150 million.
No, around there, like it would top out between 30 and 50 million. But if you go,
you can always Airbnb it during the year.
That's true.
I always think that if you have all that money, maybe you can think about making more money.
I wouldn't want to work a single day in my life.
No, without working, you hire an administrator and tell them, okay, that's my apartment. I don't use it every year, all year. So rent it, Airbnb it, and give me the money and keep your cut.
See, and what the funny thing is I was looking at, like, I figured $5 million would be good, but $5 million would literally probably get you a 1-bedroom apartment.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it's not cheap.
So not even a friend's style bed apartment.
No, it would be nice. It wouldn't be the normal apartment that you see in New York and pay probably $3,000 a month for, but you would have to spend in that area of Manhattan probably between $25 and $30 million to have like a 3-bedroom apartment.
Shit.
I'd have a house here in Texas. I'd have an apartment there in New York, and then somewhere crazy like Hawaii or Bora Bora, like the ultimate tropical paradise.
Yeah.
Very minimalistic, very open. Just you go out and it's just the view is just crazy. So
Yeah, I feel you.
yeah, see, 25, 30 million. Yep.
Well, that was your chance, Remy. You blew it.
Yeah, even then, for a long time in New York, it was a lot of, like
Oh,
people
yeah.
were,
Oh, I lost audio. I might have to go out and come back again.
all right. Can you hear me? How about now? We lost your audio also. All right. I know for a long time that like grandmothers and grandfathers would live to be like 160 years old because that's how the rent control stuff did. I think they're doing away with that in New York though. They're finally catching on. Yeah, Bora Bora or maybe like Switzerland, someplace like that. Just someplace where the views are just incredible. $14. I think the most I ever won, it was $47. I think I hit 4 numbers, which ironically is one number away from being a millionaire, but it worked out to being, I think, $47. So, while we're waiting for Ignacio to come back, how about you guys in the chat? Where would you wind up if you hit the lottery? What is your dream habitat? Or what's your habitat? What's something in your habitat that you need to have now? Do you need a TV? You need a radio? Do you need a bed? Like I'm thinking about putting a sofa in here. How about now? I can't hear you. I know if I were to hit the lottery, I would buy Ignacio a new set of headphones. I can't hear you. We can't hear you. Or maybe I just move Ignacio to the States. How about that? Trip to 7-Eleven? Yeah. That's good. You can get a $1 hot dog for that price. Yeah. I don't know. I think the basketball court to me is the biggest thing. And that whole thing about the sideshow statues. It'd be the ultimate, like this, but times, what do they have? 600, 700 statues probably. But let's get to Ignacio's sexy suggestions. The first one we have, let's see if I can share my screen here. And we'll get it. Like I said, Ignacio tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern on Ignacio's channel. Let's see if it works. Not Ignacio's channel, Remy's channel.
How about now?
Yes. And can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, we're back. We're just about to get to
we're back.
Sexy suggestions.
Okay. I have a couple this week.
All right. I was kind of hoping that Drac would be here for this first one, but we have the king of chainsaws. So we'll discuss the first one.
Oh, Grandma Chainsaw. So this is from a creative team that did a comic called Hocus Pocus. No, Hocus Pocus. No, Hopus Copus. No. Oh my. Well, they did a comic previously to this. It's a play on words on Hocus Pocus, but my brain is not functioning right now. They do comedy with horror and fantasy. Now, with Grandma Chainsaw, as the name says, it's a grandma with a chainsaw. And it's a slasher horror comedy. It's going to be a 4-issue mini. And I did some art for their campaign. I did the design for a print and some stickers. You can have them both with and without blood. The art and the story, what I have read issue 1, and the art is amazing. The covers are amazing, and then there's my shit.
No.
That looks cool. No, it looks cool. It looks cool. No false modesty. I had a lot of fun doing that because they gave me complete artistic freedom. So then I gave them the designs, and I told them I can give you whatever design you choose as a sticker, and you can use it for the campaign. And they loved it, so they did 3 stickers, not just one. And also this print with the 8500 stretch goal.
Pocus Hocus was one.
Focus. Thank you, Nick.
Yeah, and I look at your print. I can't. There's no way to. It doesn't let me enlarge it. I don't think.
Oh, I can send it to you, so you can show it maybe on Instagram, if it allows me.
And I just this would look awesome as like a blacklight poster or something that glows.
I want to do a blacklight poster so much. So probably in my next Kickstarter campaign, whenever that happens, I will do a blacklight poster. There you go. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it. I think it got there, but Instagram compression is kind of bullshit.
And let's plug the other nice thing you got going on also.
Oh,
Did we lose you?
can you hear me?
Now we can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. We did collab with DJ Linx. I did his logo in my style, and then he put it on a T-shirt, on apparel, on merch, and it's all to benefit the Hero Foundation.
Let me just
Because there's a lack of support for comic artists and writers when they cannot work anymore. So the Hero Foundation does that. They help comic artists and creators in times of need, when they need to pay medical bills, when they cannot work, when they are homeless sometimes. So whenever you buy this design from DJ Linx store, you are helping them help comic artists and writers in need.
We'll just pop this in there as well.
There you have it. Yeah, and it was so much colorful when I showed them, but it was very vibrant. And they told me maybe we need to tone down that background, because the background was like popping.
This is toned down?
Yes, this is toned down.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Still nice. I also think that there may be stickers along the way.
Oh, nice. Oh, there's me. It's a me, Ignacio.
It's a him. Ignacio. Check that out tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern. I linked that in the description as well. I'll put the DJ shop as well. Yeah, I'll be getting on this because I have, it's so weird to say this, but so many friends in the community that are fond of chainsaws. So,
yeah.
Next one up.
Drumsticks of Doom, issue 2. This is a comic with the premise of what would have happened if, instead of the Beatles being the source of the musical revolution of the 60s, it would have been Black Sabbath instead of the Beatles. So the main music around is metal. And what happens when you don't want to play metal in a world that only wants to hear heavy metal? So it's a story about that, but there's also demons and werewolves and music. Great comic. I love it. And not only because it has werewolves and metal, because it's really well done. It's done by people with experience, a lot of experience, and uh, and a lot of comics under their wings. So it's a good, well done comic.
And chat, everybody who's watching, I just want you to take a look of the smile on Ignacio's face when werewolves are mentioned, either by him or somebody else.
Oh,
As we move on to the next sexy suggestion.
No Contest is a weird comic. It's a fantasy fulfilled comic because it's about a real person. Because the lawyer, I don't know if he has the same name in the comic, but this is the comic of a lawyer that it's an MMA fighter or a boxer. I don't really know if he does MMA or just boxing. So it's a lawyer that it's a vigilante also. And the dude behind this, Travis Gibb, the one who writes the comic, is friends with it's friends with the lawyer, and the lawyer wanted to do his comic about a lawyer who fights crime in court and as a fighter also. So it's a kind of something we all want to do, the comic of our alter egos. Well, this dude is doing it, and I think if one of the stretch goals is it's a real fight he's going to organize. I don't really know what's the stretch goal. I saw them on streaming live, Travis, and there you have it. And they were talking about doing an actual fight. I don't know if that's ever going to happen, but it would be cool. Oh, we found your comic. Please pummel yourself with another dude.
That's pretty funny.
So basically, you can make this dude fight someone else by backing his comic about a fighting lawyer, and he's a fighting lawyer. It's all very meta. And that's why I love it, because you can do everything in a comic book. Even make people fight.
Travis,
you?
Awesome writer, of course. Yeah, this seems like a cool premise. It's just funny because driving around here in Texas, you always see these. They have the weirdest names. Like there's one guy called the Texas Hammer, another guy, just all these billboards, like billboard after billboard after billboard on the highways, just all of these lawyers and these crazy names. But that's pretty funny.
Well, no, he's Daniel Martinez, but but maybe his fighter name. I don't know.
No, like they
have a fighter name.
They have nicknames. Yeah.
Yeah.
No contests. Daniel No Contest Martinez. It works both in the squared circle and the courtroom.
Yep, they are clever people. They know their way around words. Both comic writers like Travis Gibb and lawyers like Daniel Martinez.
There you go. So many levels it works on.
Yeah.
And finally, as we mentioned earlier, they're going to be talking about it. I don't know what it is.
Oh, speaking of talking about it, I can finally say that the anthology, Breakneck Fantasy Anthology, has finally been printed. Gerald has finally received the boxes in his house after months of fighting with the printer and telling them they haven't sent anything. Apparently, they have misplaced the box with our comics on their fucking warehouse. They said, okay, we printed them, we sent them, but we don't have a receipt of sending them to you. So we don't know. We might have misplaced them, or you, or the mail. So Gerald basically told them, okay, I'm going to cancel the payment. Magic! The comics appeared. Motherfuckers. Months of wait.
That'll spur some action.
Yeah, money makes the world go around.
Sure does. Sure does.
So in the near future, after Gerald goes through all the comics we printed and selects the best ones to mail them around, but we are finally in possession of the comics. That was the only thing that we were missing, because we had all the rest of the stuff, but not the comics. Now we have them.
Well, let's see. When did I order that?
I don't know, April, May?
April 30th, I did.
Yeah, we have been waiting for like 4 or 5 months for the printer to deliver, basically. I was debating with Gerald. He doesn't want to do it, but I told him maybe we should put them on blast on socials. Because it's a printer that works with comic people. So they wouldn't want the bad publicity. But maybe I'm too reactionary. Brother Joe.
Yeah, no, I think that's the way to do it. In fact, I have to put somebody on blast real soon for not delivering my stuff after a year and change. So.
Ooh, again with the Alex Ross bullshit? Well, not Alex Ross this
The
time.
Alex Ross, this is, and unfortunately, the guy's name is Nick, too. I usually say there's never enough Nicks, but obviously this time there was one too many. So.
That was harsh.
C'est la vie. Don't mess with my money, man. Don't mess with my money. But, all right, so we discussed habitats. Hopefully mine will be done soon. I have to get to work on it right now.
Good.
Don't lie, Chip. Doesn't become you.
Yeah, we know your things arrive in the nick of time, Chip. Thanks, Kyle. Have a good day, too.
I will send you the link for this T-shirt. Thanks to Justin Birch, who put me onto it. I needed it because it was John Byrne. So, I think that's about it, Ignacio.
I think it is. We can always talk more bullshit about anything, but maybe next week you can join us when we talk about male stereotypes.
Female stereotypes?
Was that? Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Archetypes, stereotypes, and tropes.
Oh. I think that's about it, guys. But we'll hit you with the outro. Anything else going on this week, Ignacio?
A lot, but there's not much I can talk about.
I love it. I will not be around this week. I will be at the in-laws. Check out In the Mix tomorrow night. Saturday, Remy Q's place. Sunday, no garage sale, but there will be an at week's end. So go check that out on Mark Legion of Comics channel. Tonight, Remy Q with this guy.
Oh, and also soon, Chris the Comic Beds giveaway, 800 subscriber giveaway.
Cat Fan Comic Man, his 200 subscriber giveaway.
There you go.
Good stuff going on in the community, which is always a pleasure to hear. Always a pleasure to hear. Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for coming by. Love you, chat. We'll see you later.
Bye, people. See you soon.
This means peace.
Fuck, you guys already saw it? Let me see it. Oh! Shit! Oh! Y'all see that?
So, Tyler, do you want to build a snowman to plow away all night? It doesn't have to be a snowman. It can be me.
I'll be clipping that too.